TribLIVE Radio presents Gladiators of the Cage, online at GOTCMMA.com and on Twitter at GladiatorMMA412. It's time to get all the inside info on the Pittsburgh MMA scene right now, right here, only on TribLIVE Radio.
Another Tuesday for you here on TribLIVE Radio. It's our combat afternoon, 2 to 3. Of course, WWE Talk on Wrestling Reality, presented by Gladiators of the Cage. And here we are, 3 to 3:30 every single Tuesday. Watch the first segment on YouTube. Watch a little bit on Periscope.
We're everywhere.
Watch the 24/7 studio feed. Download the podcast. Robert, Scott, Justin, here we go.
The whole crew's here today.
Whole crew is
Look
here.
out.
Sans whiskey, though.
I know. We're minus a little Fireball whiskey. Sorry, Scott.
Slacker.
You're a slacker. Didn't have time to stop home and get it.
So we're talking. Please. So we're talking here on TribLIVE Radio on our video for the day. We're opening up here. Joe Rogan, longtime post-fight interviewer for UFC. Got it on the ground floor with these guys.
Yeah, he did.
Also on the side, a very raunchy comedian, letting that side of him come out.
That a boy.
Yeah, letting that side of him come out.
That's where
Robert,
it all started.
He made a little unfavorable joke.
He certainly did. You know, in today's
fighter.
day and age, you know, when you get that much, he wasn't on the center stage making a joke as part of one of his acts. He made a joke about Cyborg, and she didn't appreciate it very much. And, you know, he had to come out and make a public apology about it. You know, I think it was yesterday or early today. And
what was the joke about?
Well, basically what he did, he and Dana White.
About her being like hung like a horse, like kind of.
Well, something like that. But you know, he and Dana White were sitting around. Dana White's talking about maybe doing a roast of one of the fighters, and he was trying to throw some ideas at Joe, and you know, Joe throws some ideas back, and they said, "Well, let's start with Cyborg." And he says, "Why don't we start with Cyborg?" And Dana White says, "I don't know where we'd even start with her." And he says, "Why don't you start with her dick?" You know, so you know that blew up all over the place, and that wasn't a good thing. But for her defense, and you know, she said, "Feel so bad. Don't feel so bad because Joe Rogan is a dick. So don't worry about what he says about you." But he made it a public apology about it, and they're moving on. And you can't expect anything less from Joe Rogan. He's outspoken about his marijuana use. He's outspoken about his jokes. He's outspoken. I mean, he's been that way ever since he was on Fear Factor. That's where I first encountered him. So
it's a PC world we live in today, though.
It is. And
there's always cameras rolling. So
there is.
And three cameras in here right now.
And you know, we're living in a world of sensitivity as well. So, you know, everybody's got to be more sensitive now.
My thought is not to get all political.
Can I have a hug?
Not to get all political, but we're dealing with serious. People are saying World War III and ISIS and all this crap, and we're getting upset about making jokes when talking about doing a roast, which that's the whole point.
That's the whole point of it.
So come on.
If she did get roast and she accepted the roast, I'm sure that would come up. So you know, you're going to have some thick skin.
Well, she tried challenging him, didn't she? She just recently said, "Hey, listen, I want to do a jiu-jitsu match with him."
That'd be interesting.
Put that on paper.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she's trying to.
He does have a background in that, though.
That's what she's trying to say. Hey, listen, let's settle us on a mat.
Yeah, just go into some gym. You don't have to worry about it being sanctioned by a
smoker. It's a smoker.
Maybe he's mad. Let's
bring him up to Mark's new gym. Let's go.
I think he's mad because hers is probably bigger than his.
Well, that could be too. You know. Well, he does take supplements, which probably hinder his performance. So
I'm talking about
But that's all speculation.
His man part's out there.
We're just speculating, Joe.
We've gone from UFC talk to male genitalia, so we're going to end there. Make sure you subscribe.
They make blue pills for that too, Joe.
Make sure you subscribe to the TribLIVE Radio YouTube channel.
They come in purple too now.
And please make sure you download the podcast.
Male Genitalia Tuesday.
We will continue the next 25 minutes here on audio format, so please check out the podcast.
Scott always takes us to the wrong side of the tracks.
TribLIVE Radio.